The internet is officially in meltdown mode after an outrageous rumor started making the rounds that Chrisean Rock is allegedly transitioning not just into any version of herself, but reportedly re-emerging as Christopher Rock. Yeah, you read that correctly. The theory swirling around the digital streets claims she's ditching the drama and emotional rollercoaster for a whole new identity, vibe, and gender expression. Social media sleuths are convinced she's not just evolving, she's transforming. And as wild as it sounds, the speculation got so loud that Chrisean herself had to jump in and address it. She hit Instagram Live last night, wrapped in a bonnet, rocking a tank top, and serving her signature fire and sass. Whether her aim was to shut it down, redirect the conversation, or just ride the chaos, one thing was clear: she's steering her own narrative, whatever direction it's headed. Up, because the internet just took a sharp left into full-blown chaos. What began as nothing more than an odd whisper in the digital wind has now erupted into a viral wildfire, thanks to growing speculation that Chrisean Rock is undergoing a gender transition, and not just any transition, but allegedly reintroducing herself to the world as Christopher Rock. Yes, you read that right. Theories ignited like dry brush in a heatwave, morphing quickly from quiet gossip to online hysteria. Some believed it was a metaphorical rebirth, a woman tired of emotional trauma reclaiming her identity through reinvention. Others insisted this was a literal transformation in progress, with every cryptic post and wardrobe shift acting as evidence. But then things took an even more outrageous turn. An alleged hospital intake form surfaced from a sketchy Discord server titled Chrisean Rock. The document, blurry and devoid of watermarks or credible verification, claimed that a Christopher J. Rock had checked in for gender-affirming counseling. Despite its obvious lack of authenticity, the internet latched on like a dog with a bone. Logic tossed out the window. Receipts. Who needs M when the narrative is this juicy? From that point on, the internet descended into full-blown mania. Twitter transformed into a battleground of theories, with endless threads unfolding like digital crime boards complete with arrows, old screenshots, and amateur sleuthing that would make the FBI blush. Reddit became a vortex of deep dive, where users linked time-stamped clips from interviews and lives, all in an effort to map out the supposed evolution from Chrisean Rock to Christopher Rock. TikTok naturally became the epicenter of the storm. Creators, armed with AI voice filters and editing tools, began dissecting every details, lowing down old footage of Chrisean speaking, adjusting pitch and tone to make her voice sound more masculine, and layering it with captions like proof she's been preparing us for this. It did not stop there. A wave of TikTokers launched full-on transformation timelines, using side-by-side videos that spanned from Chrisean's early rise dressed in lashes, hair laid in tight fits, to her more recent appearances, where she favored hoodies, boots, and fitted caps. One video, titled From Baddie to Daddy, racked up 6.7 million views in under 24 hours. The creator narrated with the gravitas of a documentary voiceover, highlighting everything from her missing nails to a shift in walking posture as alleged evidence of an identity transition. Suddenly, Chrisean's wardrobe was not just fashion, it was forensic material. Her tank tops were seen as a symbol, her muted Instagram stories viewed like coded messages. Even her captions were weaponized. One that read "Healing is loud and lonely" was broken down in a viral Reddit post as symbolic of a personal rebirth, while another creator interpreted it as the shedding of her old self. Meanwhile, her radio silence on the issue only intensified the frenzy. In a world obsessed with instant reactions, Chrisean's refusal to clarify became its own kind of headline. That void left behind was quickly filled by public imagination. And let's be honest, on the internet, silence is never just silence. It is a canvas for speculation, a breeding ground for conspiracy, and in Chrisean's case, an invitation to rewrite her entire narrative. Then came the AI edits. Deepfake-style videos began circulating where Chrisean's face was digitally altered to appear more masculine: short hair, facial stubble, a jawline edit here and there. One creator went viral using a voice changer to create a Christopher Rock introduction, complete with dramatic music and cinematic flair. Some took it as satire, but many did not. In this chaotic online environment, the line between truth and trolling was almost non-existent. What started as a wild rumor had morphed into a living, breathing online phenomenon with its own logic and momentum. And somewhere within all that noise, the real Chrisean was still silent, not posting, not denying, not confirming. That quiet only added more fuel to the blaze. Because in today's world, where every second is a scroll and every scroll is a story, not reacting is its own kind of reaction. The narrative was no longer about what Chrisean did, it was about what the internet thought she might do. Every boot, every caption, every moment of her public presence was turned into a clue in a mystery she never officially acknowledged. In that way, Chrisean Rock, willingly or not, became the main character in a digital saga spun entirely by the public's obsession with identity, transformation, and the blurred line between reality and online mythology. And let's be real, no internet frenzy is complete without memes. And in this case, they came fast, furious, and wildly creative. TikTokers and meme lords got to work, splicing old footage of Chrisean Rock with exaggerated captions, audio remixes, and tongue-in-cheek transitions. One viral TikTok paired a 2023 clip of her saying, "Sometimes I wish I was a dude," with a deep-voiced echo effect and a bold caption flashing on screen. Mission accomplished. That video alone racked up millions of views in a matter of hours. Across Twitter or X, depending on who you ask, parody accounts like @ChrisTheRock69 joined the digital circus. One tweet read, "I'm proud of the woman I used to be. But now it's Christopher's time," paired with a grainy profile picture of a cartoon gorilla in a wig. It was clearly satire, yet that did not stop thousands of shares and heated debates in the quote tweets. Even though the majority of these posts were absurd and obviously fake, they tapped into the chaos in a way that blurred lines between parody and potential truth. People began asking, "Wait, is this real?" The confusion became the content. Screenshots of fake text messages, AI-generated voice notes, and doctored hospital forms continued to flood Reddit threads and Instagram reels. Suddenly, Chrisean Rock wasn't just a name in a headline, she had become a living meme, a viral myth, and a digital canvas for collective imagination. The narrative morphed from "is she transitioning?" to "how far will this go before someone speaks up?" And just when you thought the noise might quiet down, a new wave of commentary washed in. Influencers jumped in to offer their hot takes, some passionately defending Chrisean's right to privacy and identity, while others dismissed the entire saga as a clever marketing stunt. Small-time rappers, lifestyle vloggers, and even reality show alumni began using the hashtag Christopher Rock for engagement. Everyone, it seemed, was cashing in on the traffic, whether they believed the rumor or not. But the loudest sound amid all the chaos was still Chrisean's silence. No confirmation, no denial, just stillness. And that stillness spoke volumes. In a digital age where people are conditioned to react instantly, where every post is dissected and reposted within seconds, her refusal to clarify became an answer in itself, a mystery too compelling to ignore. Speculation became oxygen. Her quiet turned into noise. The story had officially transcended gossip, it became a cultural spectacle. Whether rooted in truth or born from trolling, the saga of Christopher Rock evolved into a reflection of our internet-obsessed world, quick to joke, faster to judge, and endlessly hungry for the next twist. One thing was clear, this was no longer just about Chrisean. It was about all of us watching, sharing, and speculating. It didn't help that she had been mysteriously quiet lately. No messy IG lives, no club antics, just cryptic captions like, "Healing is ugly work," and "Watch who calls you crazy when you stop being soft." Cue the internet losing its collective mind. Then, someone resurfaced a 2023 interview where she joked, "Sometimes, I wish I was a dude." That innocent moment got edited into a misleading clip that basically said, "I'm transitioning," and it went viral within hours. The icing on the chaos cake. A troll account named @ChrisTheRock69 posted, "I'm proud of the woman I used to be. But now I'm Christopher." With 12 followers and a cartoon dog as its profile pic, you'd think no one would take it seriously, but they did. Soon, what started as a bizarre online whisper turned into a full-blown digital circus. And nearly everyone found themselves pulled into the chaos. Blueface's mom, never one to miss a spotlight moment, hopped on Facebook Live claiming she'd always sensed boyish energy in Chrisean Rock, adding a strange layer of parental clairvoyance to the unfolding narrative. Not to be outdone, Whack 100 slid in with his signature bluntness, "is missing the transition rumors entirely," but pivoting swiftly to demand 2 unreleased features and a refund for a supposedly busted video project. Meanwhile, Babyboy, known more for chaos than in spit, tweeted, "If Chrisean becomes Christopher, I'm logging off for good." That line alone sparked a flood of memes, turning his dramatic exit into a cultural punchline overnight. Twitter went nuclear. TikTok caught flames, and Reddit launched its own investigation unit. Suddenly, this was not just about gender speculation, it became a messy cocktail of identity, internet fame, trauma, social politics, and even wild Illuminati theories thrown in for good measure, as speculation swirled. One glaring absence began to scream louder than all the noise. Chrisean herself. The silence was deafening. No denials, no confirmations, not even a cryptic subtweet for someone known for her loud presence, unpredictable rants, and emotional transparency. Her sudden ghosting sent fans spiraling. Was she trolling? Was she hurting? Was she reinventing herself in secret? The suspense hit fever pitch. And then just when timelines began to settle, boom. At exactly 10:44 p.m. PST, on July 30th, Instagram Live lit up like a flare. Chrisean Rock was finally entering the chat. The setting, iconic. A bonnet tilted like a battle helmet, one lonely eyelash hanging on like it had seen too much, and a half-drunk Chick-fil-A cup sitting like her emotional support totem. In a matter of seconds, nearly 100,000 people flocked to Chrisean Rock's Instagram Live, creating a digital stampede unlike anything seen in recent memory. It felt as though the entire internet hit pause, eyes glued to the screen, popcorn in hand, waiting to see if the chaos would end or explode into something even bigger. The tension was electric. Would she laugh it off and shut down the Christopher rumors? Would she drop a shocking truth and confirm what many had already accepted as fact? Would she cry, curse, confess, or troll the entire world just for fun? The comment section turned into a wildfire of emojis, frantic typing, and desperate questions. Memes were being made in real time. Is she about to say it? Blink twice if it's true. Christopher, is that you? The suspense was thick. And then, boom, she spoke. But it was not what anyone expected. It was not some carefully scripted PR statement, nor was it a heartfelt revelation or damage control moment. Instead, what the audience got was pure, unfiltered Chrisean, raw, chaotic, biting, and emotionally charged. It was not was a performance? She dragged the viewers with a sarcastic tone, mocked the rumors, questioned the internet's logic, and reminded everyone that having a deeper voice or a different outfit does not mean you are secretly becoming a man. With a cup of Chick-fil-A beside her, a tilted bonnet on her head, and one eyelash barely holding on, she gave the world a moment that was messy and meme-worthy but also human and sharp. She did not confirm anything. She did not deny everything. Instead, she blurred the lines so effectively that the rumors only got thicker. In one breath, she said, "I'm a woman, a messy woman, a strong woman, but still a woman." In the next, she threw out, "But if I was Christopher, y'all couldn't handle me anyway." It was that kind of layered, emotionally loaded ambiguity that sent the internet into another spiral. Was she trolling? Was she testing reactions? Was this her way of owning the story without explaining it? What became crystal clear was that Chrisean still had full control over the narrative. Whether she chose to steer it directly or let the internet drown in its own speculation, in a world obsessed with clarity, she weaponized confusion like a pro. Her live was not just a moment, it was a statement, a declaration that she was not going to be reduced to anyone's theory, joke, or label. She was messy, yes, but still masterful. And as the comments exploded, the tweets flew, and headlines rushed to catch up, one thing was certain. This saga was far from over. Chrisean Rock was not done talking, but for now, she had said just enough to keep the world watching. What began as a wild internet rumor spiraled into a full-blown social media storm when Chrisean Rock was accused of secretly transitioning into a man named Christopher Rock. Fuel was added to the fire with a grainy Discord screenshot, an alleged hospital intake form, edited videos, and even a parody account, all suggesting she was embracing a new identity. For days, Chrisean stayed silent until she finally went live on IG, in a bonnet and Chick-fil-A cup in hand. Commanding 96,000 viewers. With a mix of exhaustion and fury, she clapped back, "Y'all believe anything?" I sneeze in a deeper tone. "Suddenly, I'm transitioning." She denied the claims while reminding everyone that gender transitions are deeply personal, not internet punchlines. "I'm a woman, a messy one, a strong one, but still a woman," she said, before adding with fire, "But if I ever did become Christopher, y'all still couldn't handle me." The internet split. Some praised her vulnerability, others called her evasive. Enter Blueface, whose petty comment, "So that's a no on the beard implants, huh?" ignited chaos. He then posted alleged texts with Chrisean, possibly fabricated, further stirring drama. Fans noticed inconsistent timestamps and dragged him for clout chasing. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists dissected her voice, fashion, and past interviews, even tying her to a real Beverly Hills gender clinic after paparazzi footage surfaced. A Reddit post hinted at her seeking hormonal skin treatment, and a supposed leaked voice note added more ambiguity. As memes exploded and hashtags like #ChristopherConfirmed trended, Blueface doubled down with a popcorn gif, and in a shocking twist, Yandhi unfollowed Chrisean, signaling that the rumor mill had officially crossed into something deeper. Whether truth, trolling, or trauma, the internet wasn't just watching it, was documenting every messy second. The drama officially spilled over when Yandhi Smith, the queen of calm in the reality TV chaos kingdom, made a move that sent shockwaves through the fandom. She unfollowed Chrisean Rock. This was the same Yandhi who had spent months publicly backing Chrisean, defending her parenting, and offering sisterly words of encouragement. So when she silently hit that unfollow button without a single comment, fans noticed. Instantly, screenshots spread like wildfire, and the list of celebrity exits kept growing. Diddy S, the mogul, who somehow finds his way into every headline, was next. His unfollow added a whole new layer of speculation, especially since he had been loosely tied to behind-the-scenes industry whispers about gender identity and narrative control. Then came Ari Fletcher. Not only did she unfollow Chrisean, but she went a step further. She archived the birthday post she had shared celebrating her, as if trying to erase the digital trail of their friendship. And just when it seemed like celebrity social media behavior couldn't be read into any deeper, Megan Thee Stallion tossed her glittered cowboy hat into the ring by liking a suspiciously pointed tweet. The tweet questioned why people were canceling Jonathan Majors and Ezra Miller for alleged misconduct, yet seemed to rally behind Christopher Rock without hesitation. Megan didn't say a word, but she didn't have to. That one digital gesture became a flamethrower in an already blazing debate. Suddenly, the conversation shifted dramatically. This wasn't just about whether Chrisean was transitioning. The narrative widened to bigger themes about celebrity accountability, selective outrage, identity politics, and how the public decides who is worthy of support. It was no longer, is Chrisean becoming Christopher? But who's standing by her hand? Why are so many jumping ship? Fan camps split even harder. Some felt the unfollows were subtle betrayals, proof that the industry only backs you when your mess is manageable. Others believed the celebs were distancing themselves for PR safety, not personal disagreement. Meanwhile, online conversations snowballed, diving into everything from misogynoir to transphobia to how fame warps real-life struggles into entertainment. The fallout wasn't confined to gossip blogs anymore, it was spilling into think pieces, podcasts, and YouTube analysis videos, breaking down every digital move like it was a scene in Game of Thrones. At the core of it all stood Chrisean's no clapbacks, no IG lives, no tweets. Just a vacuum of suspense that kept everyone speculating. And with major names distancing themselves, the pressure was mounting. Was Chrisean in the middle of a true identity evolution? Was this all part of a bigger rollout strategy, or were people simply projecting chaos onto someone who hadn't even spoken yet? Regardless of what the truth is, one thing was clear: this wasn't just a rumor anymore. It was a full-blown cultural event. Everyone was playing a part. It became who's distancing themselves and why. Fans were split into three factions, one backing what they believed was a brave personal transition, another insisting it was a calculated publicity stunt, and a third simply worried for Chrisean's mental well-being, comparing her unraveling to Britney Spears circa 2007. While the internet argued, Chrisean herself went silent. Then, briefly, her friend at Barbie@Bose posted a now-deleted IG story dismissing the rumors, joking that she still cries over Blueface too much to be focused on transitioning. But the speculation exploded again when an alleged iCloud folder titled Chrissy Args surfaced on Reddit, claiming to hold telehealth records referencing hormone therapy and surgical estimates, though no documents were shown. The mere suggestion caused a frenzy. In response, Chrisean's team released a single-line statement: "We ask for peace during this time of personal evolution." That cryptic message didn't clarify anything, it only added fuel to the speculation. Meanwhile, the industry couldn't stay silent. Cardi B liked a shady tweet about masculine girls embracing masculinity, prompting fans to accuse her of hypocrisy. JT from City Girls came to Chrisean's defense, tweeting she could identify as a man, woman, or alien, and still outshine the competition. Lil Nas X stirred more controversy by joking on his IG story about Christopher Rock, igniting both laughter and backlash. Even Blueface's mom chimed in, criticizing this generation's obsession with chaos. Then came Boosie, sweaty and unfiltered on Instagram Live, shouting that Rock was clearly still a woman, she got milk, had a baby, y'all trippin', wiping his brow with a Popeyes napkin and reminiscing about how different things were in 2006. And to top it off, T.I. had to shut down false reports that he was mentoring Chrisean through a gender transition, issuing a firm denial via his publicist. But even that statement sparked fresh speculation, with some fans interpreting it as silent disapproval. In the court of public opinion, silence, deflections, and vague statements only made the spectacle louder because in today's digital world, a rumor isn't just heard, it's believed, dissected, and turned into content before truth even has a chance to log on. The frenzy escalated when T.I. got dragged into the storm again. Fans assumed he was somewhere scripting a podcast episode to clap back. Meanwhile, fan pages went to war. Team Let Her Live praised Chrisean for surviving trauma with resilience and backed her right to live authentically, while others insisted this was just a rollout. A dramatic lead-up to a mixtape called Ho to Hero in 32.1. Then came those simply pleading for her mental health, comparing her situation to Britney Spears' 2007 breakdown and warning that this might be trauma in disguise. Media outlets were thriving on the spectacle. TMZ ran headlines like Chrisean Rock or Christopher, hip-hop on edge, while Hollywood Unlocked posted shady polls. And Bet quietly removed Chrisean-related content, which fans took as a silent act of distancing. Petitions appeared, one demanding the public stop misgendering her, and another calling the Christopher Rock rumor dangerous trolling. But the moment that flipped everything came like a bombshell. An alleged court document surfaced online with the header, "Confidential Gender Identity Case. Rock cries an M." It was blurry, and lacked official stamps. But a Blueface fan page reposted it with claims that Diddy and VH1 had known all along and kept it quiet. Then a Reddit thread from someone claiming to be a Love and Hip Hop editor spilled the alleged tea. There had been a full transition reveal planned for a reunion episode scrapped last minute for brand reasons. Even wilder, a choppy audio leak emerged, allegedly of Diddy warning Mona Scott that if Chrisean went public, it would ruin everything, demanding the storyline be buried. That only sparked more outrage. Fans accused Diddy of silencing yet another black woman, adding this to his ever-growing list of scandals. But then, Chrisean finally broke her silence knot with glam or drama. Just a quiet live from her car, eyes glossy, voice calm. "There's things I ain't even ready to say yet. But when I drop the documentary, y'all gon' see everything." And that was it. No denial. No confirmation. Just a mic drop level announcement that she's got footage, and she's playing chess, not checkers. The internet exploded. Was this all a setup for a documentary bag? Was Christopher Rock not just a rumor but a reintroduction? No one knows when the doc is dropping, but everyone knows it will expose more than anyone's ready for. From T.I. backlash to VH1 conspiracies, we've officially survived one of the most chaotic reality spirals ever. So now, the only real question left: do you think Chrisean is truly transitioning, or did she just run the smartest rebrand in hip-hop history? Should fans even have a say in her personal journey, or is it time to log off and mind our business? Sound off in the comments, and buckle up because if this is only Act 1, the sequel might just break the internet for good.